Chapter 1677 delves into the aftermath of Duncan's accident, exploring the complicated dynamics between Duncan, Liberty, and the Lewis family. Zachary and Josh grapple with their concerns about Duncan's pursuit of liberty, fearing that it may lead to unhappiness in the future, particularly due to the presence of Mrs. Lewis as a mother in law. Being Liberty's brother in law and Duncan's best friend, Zachary is put in a difficult situation. He makes an effort to convince Duncan to abandon his pursuit of liberty, reasoning that even if Liberty agrees, the family's disapproval would make things challenging between them. He struggles with balancing his commitment to his best friend and his sister in law's needs for protection. Additionally, Zachary admits that his relationship with Serenity is simpler than Duncan and Liberty's. Duncan didn't fall in love with Liberty until after her injury, and now that he's hurt, their relationship window seems to be closing. Josh and Zachary are pessimistic about their future as a couple because they believe Duncan might turn away from Liberty as a result of his own complicated emotions. But Mr. Lewis understands Duncan's emotions and the difficulties he endures. He understands that Liberty does not share Duncan's sexual impulses and sees Duncan more as a friend than as a possible mate. Additionally, he clarifies that the opposition of Mrs. Lewis to their connection is a result of her worries for Duncan's welfare. Duncan's quest for happiness has unintentionally been hampered by her overprotectiveness. In the hospital, Duncan regains consciousness to discover a white ceiling and excruciating pain in his entire body, especially his legs. Mrs. Lewis is ecstatic to see him awake after worryingly maintaining watch by his bedside. She promptly makes a doctor's appointment to evaluate his condition. Duncan is in a tremendous pain, especially in his legs, and is distressed as a result. The pain grows worse as he tries to move, and he begins to perspire icily. When he wakes up, Mrs. Lewis and Mr. Lewis express their relief and worry, demonstrating their true love and concern for their son. Duncan searches the room in the middle of his anguish and vulnerability, and his eyes are drawn to Liberty and Sony among the throng. Liberty is comforting and supporting Sony by holding him. Despite the difficulties they encounter, the relationship between Duncan and Liberty continues to be a major topic. In this chapter, Duncan and Sony also experience a surprising moment of connection. Their eyes meet when Sony awakens from his nap and turns to face Duncan in the hospital bed. The chance meeting between Duncan and Sony holds out the possibility of forging a stronger link between them that will go beyond their shared history. The characters' developing relationships and Duncan's potential rehabilitation leave us feeling eager. As Duncan deals with his physical and emotional difficulties, the unresolved conflict regarding his affections for Liberty and the Lewis family support will probably continue to shape the story.